The aim of our project is to design a simple emergency lamp that during power cuts automatically switches on. We have taken a battery, a resistor and an LDR and connected them in series. Now take a LED, a resistor and Zener diode and connect these three in series. Now connect this series setup parallel to the LDR. We have taken a 9 volt battery, a 0 to 10 kilo ohm variable resistor for this project. Let's see how the LDR works first. It is basically a semiconductor with a valence band and a conduction band. There will be a lot of electrons in the valence band and some intrinsically excited electrons in the conduction band. When light falls on the LDR, the incoming photons part their energy with the electrons in valence band, and as a result, some electrons get excited to the conduction band. Because of this, the carrier concentration in the conduction band increases and therefore the conductivity of the material increases. Next, let's see about the Zener diode. The Zener diode under forward bias is just like any other diode. As we can see from the VA characteristics curve under forward bias, the current rises slowly at first and then after a certain value of voltage it becomes linear with voltage. But under reverse bias, we can see that the current rises slowly in the opposite direction and then after reaching a certain voltage known as the breakdown voltage, the current increases rapidly. This region is known as the breakdown region. In the breakdown region, for large increases in current, the voltage almost remains same. The LED. The LED is nothing but a diode with a P side and an N side. The N side having the majority charge carriers as electrons and the P side having the majority charge carriers as holes. Let's see what happens at the junction of an LED. There are some electrons and holes near the junction. On the application of an electric field under forward bias directed from the P side to N side, the holes repelled by the positively charged field get repelled towards the junction, and so does the electrons from the N side to the P side. Because of this, recombination of holes and electrons happens at the junction. A recombination releases photons from the junction, which we perceive as light and heat. Let's see what happens during a power cut. The number of photons falling on the LDR decreases, and hence the number of charge carriers excited to the conduction band also decreases. This results in lowering of the conductivity or an increase in the resistance. This change in the LDR's resistance gets reflected in the voltage drop across the LDR. Suppose that the height of this line represents the voltage drop across the ends, which in this case is the variable resistor and the LDR. It will be equal to the voltage source potential drop. Now let's see how this line changes at a lower intensity. The slope of the voltage line across the resistor decreases, but then it is compensated by the increase in slope across the LDR. So the overall tilt remains equal to the voltage source. This can be easily verified by measuring the values of V2, V1, where V1 is greater than V2, and V2 dash and V1 dash, where V2 dash is greater than V1 dash. Since the Zener diode is connected parallel to the LDR resistor, as the potential across the LDR changes, so does the voltage drop across the Zener diode. Initially, when light intensity is high, the voltage drop across Zener is very low, but as light intensity falls, as it happens during power cuts, Zener's voltage moves slowly to the Zener breakdown voltage, enters into the breakdown region. This results in the LED emitting photons, which we perceive as light because of the current that is now flowing through the LED. This is the LDR resistor, and this is the Zener diode. This is the resistor connected series with the LED. This is the blue LED we have used. This here is the potentiometer or the variable resistor, and this is the source 9 volt battery. Behind you can see the battery cap connected across 2 points. These 2 points exactly correspond to these 2 points in the circuit diagram.